Hello, everyone. Today, we're diving into a story that has shaken the gospel world to its core. When news of Richard Smallwood's passing broke, fans, choirs, and leaders across the nation mourned a legend. But while tributes poured in and social media echoed his music, one question lingered quietly beneath the grief. What really happened? Now, weeks later, the Smallwood family has broken their silence, and what they revealed about his final days and cause of death is not what anyone expected. It's emotional, it's personal, and it's forcing the world to rethink the man behind the music. This is the untold truth behind Richard Smallwood's passing, and the revelations will change how we remember him forever. According to the Smallwood family, Richard's final years were a mix of triumph and quiet struggle. Outwardly, he remained the iconic composer, arranger, and performer the gospel community revered, appearing at concerts, mentoring young musicians, and participating in events across churches, universities, and music organizations. But privately, he was dealing with health battles and internal conflicts that he chose not to spotlight. He didn't want illness to become part of his public identity. He wanted the attention to stay on the music, not his body. One of the most emotional details the family shared involved the sacrifices Richard Smallwood made throughout his career. He devoted endless nights to composing at the piano, arranging pieces for choirs, and fine-tuning compositions that would later define modern gospel. He often did so at the expense of sleep, social life, and family gatherings. For the public, his songs delivered joy, spiritual release, and hope. For him, they were crafted out of discipline, commitment, and sometimes even pain. Though the audience saw him as a symbol of confidence and faith, the family revealed how the pressure of being a gospel icon weighed on him. In the gospel community, artists like Richard Smallwood aren't just expected to perform, they are expected to represent, to embody excellence, to be spiritually grounded, to remain humble, brilliant, and composed at all times. That kind of expectation doesn't just shape a legacy, it shapes a burden. The family also revealed that some of his most powerful compositions were inspired by personal experiences the public never knew. Moments of doubt, battles of faith, emotional setbacks, spiritual questions. This new context made songs like Total Praise and I Love the Lord resonate even deeper. Listeners had sung those songs in churches across the world for decades, unaware that the music was rooted in private struggle. One revelation that surprised fans involved family conflict and reconciliation. The Smallwoods shared that, like many families, disagreements and misunderstandings surfaced throughout the years. Balancing fame, touring, and public expectation often came at the expense of family time. Yet even in conflict, they described Richard as a peacemaker. He apologized first. He reached out first. He believed unity mattered more than pride. These human details allowed fans to see him not as an untouchable legend, but as a father, brother, husband, and family man doing his best under extraordinary circumstances. The emotional center of the family's statement, however, revolved around Richard Smallwood's health. While withholding medical specifics, they confirmed that his final years involved significant health challenges he struggled through privately. He refused to let illness define his legacy or alter the way audiences experienced his art. While some artists slow down in the face of physical decline, Richard did the opposite. He poured his remaining strength into new compositions many now believe may carry messages he intended as a final offering. This sparked one of the biggest questions in the gospel community. Are there hidden meanings in his final songs? The family hinted that some of Richard Smallwood's last works contained personal reflections, spiritual messages, and unanswered questions. Music historians and gospel experts are already revisiting his final catalog, searching for clues, symbolism, and emotional patterns that might reveal more about his inner world. Once the family spoke publicly, tributes multiplied exponentially. Fans flooded platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter with testimonies. But these weren't standard condolences. They were stories. Stories about how a Richard Smallwood song carried someone through grief, depression, illness, divorce, addiction, or spiritual confusion. His music didn't just entertain, it rescued. It held people together in moments when they felt they were falling apart. Artists responded as well. Gospel legends, choir directors, and longtime collaborators came forward with stories the public had never heard. They spoke of how Richard Smallwood stayed late after rehearsals to help a young singer perfect a harmony, how he reviewed sheet music at midnight for someone else's project, and how he prayed with nervous performers backstage before they walked out under the lights. Then came the most surprising revelation of all. Richard Smallwood did not leave this world empty-handed. According to the Smallwood family, there are unreleased compositions, handwritten letters, and personal recordings stored away. These materials aren't just drafts or forgotten projects. They are believed to contain some of his most intimate reflections, spiritual insights, and possibly even final messages intended for future generations. The family stressed that nothing will be handled recklessly. There will be no rushed posthumous releases, no chaotic leaks, and no attempts to commercialize grief. Instead, every decision will be made with intention, dignity, and respect for Richard Smallwood's artistic vision. The goal is not to profit from his absence, but to preserve his purpose. Meanwhile, tribute concerts, memorial performances, educational programs, and documentary proposals have already begun circulating through churches, music organizations, and gospel circles across the country. His legacy isn't fading with time, it is expanding, it is evolving. What the family's statement ultimately revealed was not just information, it revealed a man, a human being who carried expectation with grace, talent with humility, struggle with silence, and purpose with discipline. His departure left a vacancy not just in music, but in faith culture. Richard Smallwood didn't leave quietly. He left with songs still resonating, messages still unfolding, and a legacy still taking shape. That may be true greatness, when absence makes the world feel the weight of what you gave. His story continues. If this touched you, don't forget to like, share, and spread his legacy. Thanks for watching.